Hey everybody, welcome to Fish Tales. I am about to start a new season on Intens, and I'll be selecting my perks and such on Intens. If you're not familiar with that, we have a mod on this server called DayZ, and it's a hardcore survival mod. It makes everything harder. There's medicine, in terms of surgery, there's medical things like meds and different things that you'll need to help prevent and cure diseases and injuries. There's all kinds of internal perks like strength and athletics and metabolism. There's fishing and hunting and stealth. There's a survival perk. All these types of things come into play and basically require you to form a strategy so that you can survive, right? Because it's all about surviving. It's like The Walking Dead. It's a zombie apocalypse. And like a real man, I'm selecting my real Discord name with my real Discord group and my real clan in DayZ. I'm part of the Fish clan and I'm Fish Irish. So, hello. It's nice to meet you if it's the first time. And I'm going to have a few upgrades or changes to the perks I'm going to select. Last time I did a video on this, it did quite well. It's still getting a lot of views about intends, but the last time I made it, it was about helping new players to intends uh, survive, get off the coast, because starving to death and getting diseases are how new players die. Of course, PvP can get you too. It is definitely a dangerous aspect of life on Intens. Most of the players will kill you, but some will help you. And my groups like that sometimes will help you, but not always. And I think a lot of the people kind of play it like we do. Kind of depends on where you're at and what you're doing. But yeah, the server's a lot of fun, and strategy is a big part of it. And here we are at choosing starting skills. So last time I put one in fishing, I put two in hunting, I put one in survival, and I put one in stealth. This time I'm going to do it a little different. I'm not going to level anything in fishing this time because last season I was able to get to level 23 fishing, and I never once fished. I never once ate a fish. I did nothing but hunt. And the way, if you're wondering, well, how in the heck did he level fishing to level 23? I just made bone hooks all the time because I thought, well, if I ever need to during the winter, I want to be able to fish and have these big old honking pieces of fish. And so, of course, that strategy worked out. But I really don't need to have that right now. It's not winter on the server right now, it's summer. And so there'll be a lot of fruit growing. And so my strategy is going to be no matter where I spawn in along the coast, I've got a route that I've predetermined that I'll take through my experience in the game. And I'll initially be eating fruit before I hunt or do anything. But once I start hunting, that's when I'm really going to do well because when I'm hunting, I will um, be able to get bones and I'll make bone knives and all kinds of things. And I'll be leveling everything really fast. What I do is I have a strategy where once I get to the point that I can hunt, I hunt the animal. That gives me hunting points. I cut up the meat and I eat it. That gives me points for metabolism. Uh, the bone knives can that I used from the bones on the animal, I can use to take bark off a tree that builds my strength. And then that bark that I made off the trees after I made my strength, well, then I make fireplaces and fire kits, and that levels my survival. So it's like a chain progression of me doing these actions that will help me, uh, get leveled up very quickly. And there are some pitfalls you have to be careful of early on. Like initially, I won't have the most important perk in my mind is called survival instinct. That's what keeps the zombies from beating you to death. When they knock you unconscious, they tend to dissipate because you have this innate skill that causes them to run off after they've knocked you unconscious. It's just a perk in the game, but it's level 5, and I'm not willing to go level 5 into survival right away. So I'm going to have to be really careful around zombies for a little while. So I'm trying to decide now where I want to put this last point. Um, Hunting might not be a bad area, but I think I'm gonna go a different route. Again, I don't recommend new players taking the same, you know, path that I'm taking right now. Hmm. I think well, and if I go with strength, I could always carry stuff right away. I like to have that. So if I find a barrel or something, I can set it aside and come back for it later. I don't like not being able to carry things. And leveling your strength is also good just because you can carry more weight in your backpacks and you can carry more armor, things like plate carriers, ghillies, helmets, things like that, and still run faster. So there's lots of good ways to do it. Hmm. But I'm going to just try something new. I'm in the mood. Here we go. It's foggy. All right, so first one's going to be hamburger, increase calorie content. That lets all the food that you eat and drink, you want to do this one in the sandwich uh, because it lets you maintain your food longer. Got to have the bushcrafter to make knives. Absolutely. I want to have durable equipment so my clothing and stuff doesn't go bad so quickly. I want bigger pieces of meat. So now I've kind of taken care of some of my food things, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter at the beginning once you kind of understand the server, but you know. Then I like being able to make a fire without. Hey, bro, how's it going? So I'm up in Baronzino right now. Not where I would have liked to be. A lot of people spawning in up here. That guy's a cop. My guy looks like a prisoner. So there's some boats up here that I can run by, maybe find some fishing items. But like I said, my strategy is going to be food. So I already know right away where I want to go if I want to go west, and I know where I want to go if I want to go east. This is one of the places where I can go 3 directions. I could go inland, and I know right where to go for fruit. I could go east, and I know right where I'd want to go for food and fishing. And I could go where I'm going now, which will be a little bit inland, but not too much. And I know where I've got some nice areas to gather fruit and kind of get my stuff leveled up. Sometimes at this, I call it a whorehouse. It's a vanilla colored 2-story. Sometimes up there, there's a couple gardening plots, and sometimes when you get lucky, you can gather food there if someone's planted something. So I might check that out. hearing any shots. That's good. I'll be in a little danger when I go up to this food area that's over here. It's like kind of straight up the hill. One strategy I like to do that I'm not doing today is sometimes I'll run right up to Orlovitz from here. There's a construction site, and you can find some melee weapons up there so you can kill zombies. Oh, that's a great lure. That means I don't need bait, I just need a fishing hook. Boy, that's really nice, pristine, a jig. That's about the best thing you can find for fishing. So anyhow, you go up to Orlovitz, you can find some weapons. You know, they're not going to help you against people much, but they'll help you against zombies. And And when you go up in there, you can find food in the houses and do well. Name of the game is feeding yourself. You can see I'm already half on food. So I've got about 30 minutes from the time I spawned in to find something to eat. And then my health is going to start going down. So I take that real serious. Feels different. Maybe I didn't spawn where I thought I did. This feels different. Sometimes there's fishing pools over there. I really don't want to spend my time fishing right now though, because the fruit's so easy. Okay, yeah, I am where I thought I was. There's a lot of zombies. You can see them up there. There's the housing we were talking about. I guess I can invest and see if I find a fishing pole. It's too easy now. Because if I did find a fishing pole, I could do that. I just don't want to waste time cooking. When you're just sitting around, you know, it's just so easy for people to kill you. The server started a new season last night. I was really tired after work. I had a really long day yesterday and pretty long week actually. So I gave everybody a one night head start. So I'm a freshie and they're not. There's definitely people with guns in the housing in this area, so it's always dangerous. I mean, I could just suddenly get shot, you know, in this area. So that's why I like to get to my path. I'm not there yet. I'll let you know when I get to the beginning of it, so that if you want to try it sometime, you can. But it's not going to be until after I get past this area here. This is a very high risk area for me right now, if you're not familiar with the server. Now, if I could find a fishing pole, a zombie I do not want to tangle with. Yeah, see, he's coming my way too, so he'll be running after me if I don't use wits. He might see me anyway. There's no fishing pole with that one. I heard they turned off zombies crashing through the doors because they were lagging the server, and that's what caused the population to drop last season, right at the middle point of the season. And something about the mod having the zombies crash the doors was causing all kinds of problems. That's the whorehouse I was talking about right there in the distance there. So I'll check that. And again, that's a great place to go up over that hill if you have a fishing pole, because there's a little lake up on that hill that nobody really frequents much, and it's a great spot to safely sleep and eat if you need to. On N10s you have to sleep. You can see I'm flying that right now. It's white on my little moon there with the Z. That means I'm fine. My food's not fine and my water's not fine, so I'm going to go up to that house, see if I can find anything. And if I can't, well, then I gotta hustle to that area where I know spawns fruit and where I can get water. Okay. It's just got morning on the server. That there just to maybe keep someone busy. Sometimes people are looking for fire. So this is a dangerous area because there are food spawns here. That tomato's just a timer. Sometimes people get bent out of shape because they get murdered. I don't. Oh, I like these shoes. These boots are my favorite in the whole game right there. They last forever. Old military boots. There's some good medieval ones too. Okay, no food. That's a shame. Just in case. And there's not going to be any food around here, just so in case you're wondering. Oh, apple trees, they don't spawn. Okay, so I know a spot. It's a bit of a run, but when I get there, I'll have water 100% for sure, and at some point, fruit 100% for sure. Oh, and that's what I was hoping for, more storage. I'll keep this so that I can eventually make gloves. One of the first things you want to do is make gloves. Alright, so this is kind of the start of my path right here. That shed was kind of the marker, and that house. And now I'm getting off the main path because I don't want people driving by or running the coast with weapons finding me. Of course, streaming's probably not the best way to not be seen because some people will be tempted to use that to find you, but I'm okay with that. I don't get my self-esteem based on a video game. Anyway, so just try to be out of sight, out of mind, right? I think that being stealthy is a smart way to play the game. That's factory. Right up over this hill is where that town Orlovitz is. And once you get there, I mean, you're like, fill up on fruit. You can go to the Glovo and fill up on fruit again. And then next thing you know, you're in the middle of the map at the Sobers. You can go anywhere you want. Of course, it's all dangerous, but nonetheless, it's an effective way to play the game. Oh, I'm hearing shots. Sounded like Solnichny. There's a little barrack there that has nice loot. You can get, you know, some military clothing and some lower grade military weapons there. I typically avoid it. I'm more interested in the things that are inland from there. I was talking about that lake that's up on the hill. It's up that way where I'm looking up there. And really small, and just it's got a lot of these types of reeds where you can sleep and stay hidden if you're hurt, recover. And then being able to fish up on a hill, that's awesome. So the perks that I picked this time on survival, one of them was bushcrafter, and that lets me make rock knives, bone knives, bolts for a crossbow, spears, right? All sorts of things that are vital, and do fires. I think it's just dumb to die because you can't start a fire. And you know, if you got to have matches or a lighter to start a fire, or a flare, and you don't have one, that's not good. I just feel like that's almost irresponsible. So I always take ancestral technologies too, so that no matter where I'm at, I can start a fire, because I can make a fire kit with bark and sticks. So I always want to make knives, always want to make fire. Those are non-negotiables for me. And then I took a luxury perk this time that I didn't take last time on durable equipment, because I just hate finally finding the backpack or clothing that I want, and then it gets ruined by a wolf or a zombie or a player, you know. So I just chose that as a luxury item. Didn't pick anything on fishing. I picked the meat, the first perk on hunting, which lets me have larger meat pieces. And then I also picked the calorie content, which lets me maintain my food longer. So I probably should have put another point in metabolism and picked the sandwich, or a second point on the metabolism, you know, hamburger. But I was feeling like I wanted to try something different, so I went with that. New players should always pick the perks that I put out in my first video if you don't know what's going on, because then you won't die. You know, if you can guarantee yourself not dying of starvation, that's always, you know, good. So I'm about 70% where I'm going. There'll be a well there. There'll be a few zombies, but ooh, I'd love to find some rocks. I could make rock knives. If there's no rocks up here, that means no one's traveled up here, because they spawn in based on player activity. Yeah, so anyhow, oh, and I just realized I'm not 70% where I wanted to go. Not very focused today. It's part of why I didn't play last night. Like I said, I've just been really tired. Sometimes there's some good tools down in those industrial areas like that. But for me, man, this area here, there's too many people running around with a weapon that's just powerful enough to end your game, you know? So if they are good, or if they get lucky, Even though the weapon's not the best weapon in the world, you can get ended pretty quick over here. Nice fishing area, but like I said, I avoid it. I'm not interested. You'll notice I'm not sprinting much because on intense that eats up your calories fast. That's that barrack I was talking about right down there. Usually a lot of zombies around there, and of course players. Some players even like to pick on freshies down in that area. You know, they'll get up on the roof or up on the hill over here by the fence and get a shot on that door. Beautiful game, huh? Even though there's fog. I've been playing DayZ since the game came out. I think the game had been out about 6 months when I started playing it. And like I mentioned earlier, I play with the Fish Clan. I'm Fish Irish, and I founded the group. Originally, we had a different name, and we started playing together on the Colony server that Wayland ran. We played there for about 2 years. And it slowly turned into an RP server where they started looking for reasons to get rid of PvP groups, and they just started structuring the rules and all that so that it just wasn't, wasn't the kind of place a PvP group would want to play. So they ran off all the PvP groups, and from there we, played on the Underground and the UN community server and all that, but really liked the UN community server. We loved the admins there, Square and Commander, and we played there as the Fish, and we've kept our group relatively small for a long time, and that's my destination right there, and we've got over 10,000 hours together. Most the other player that's been with the group the longest is Zombie Dust. He and I have been with it the longest, and for all intents and purposes, he's been the guy in leadership in game for us the longest amount of time. I don't really do much in game. I'm not one of the better players in the group. I'm one of the worst players in the group. And we have players that are really good. Johnny and Alex and Zombie and Scotty and Ballsack Kachuia and some of the other guys that we have that are really good players. And so I tend to, in game, just kind of, be a good soldier and help them out however I can, and let them lead. And they do a great job with that. And I think now that Zombie's admin, he's busy, so he'd rather do that than lead the group. He just kind of plays. I'm right now activating all these fruit. All these trees here are fruit trees. About 10 minutes I'll get my first thing to eat, which will be right about when I go red. Now over here is going to be some zombies and some water. You can see one zombie right there. And there's probably going to be one in this fenced area. There usually is by the barn. And I'd really like to find something to fight with, because I will not survive a melee attack at all. Sometimes there's food over here. There's definitely going to be water, but that zombie's already working their way there. Sometimes I can find food in here. Well, that would be helpful right there. Not usually much here. It's going to be the case now. You can hear a zombie. Yeah, see, there's a second one there. The water's over there by the house. I mean, I could survive it by getting on the car, but I really need something like from a house or something. I guess I could eat first, go to these houses over here. Once the food starts coming in. Maybe there's no zombies here. Usually not the case, though. There's usually something here, too. But maybe I can find something to fight with. You know, I'm not talking about fighting players. I'm talking about fighting zombies. Oh, barrel. Sometimes people put stuff in them. Nope. But that's great. That's part of what I'm doing. Finding barrels. Can't pass on that. Can't pass on water bottle. Cannot drink the water that's already in there. You never know. Ooh, the server's going down. Yike. It's going to be DayZ edit loader. I don't even know what that's all about. But I'm going to try to loot before everything goes down. That's gonna probably screw up my spawning in that food too. That's not good. If I could just find something to hit a zombie with, that'd be good. Bummer. Sometimes this house has food or a weapon. That'll work, I guess. They're a little brighter, but probably better overall. my priorities are still I need to eat, and once this restart happens, I'll be right back to it. I'll keep the stream live. Go ahead and use the restroom and get some drink, and I'll be right back.
Hey, retired, what's up? It's me. Your, person you look up to.
Hey there. I'll be right back. The
Hi.
server's
Oh,
restarting, and
right.
I am
Yeah.
broadcasting, just so
Okay.
you know.
Uh-huh. Oh, right. Okay.
Potty break,
Okay.
and then I'll be back.
I'll just be here, waiting. Hmm.
Hey, I'm back.
Yay, I'm back too.
Anyway, I'm streaming my fresh start for the new season.
Oh, okay.
I'm at Three Valleys right now, trying to get the fruit to start spawning in at my little spot. I think I showed you where it was at by the water at the shed or the barn.
Mhm.
I know you guys picked me up there recently.
Okay. Yeah, I picked all fishing. That was stupid on wipe because everybody's on the coast. And then I picked all strength, and that was stupid because it doesn't really do that much.
No,
And
you
I
gotta have you
probably,
gotta have the bushcrafter for. I mean the yeah,
no,
bushcrafter to make
survival.
knives for sure.
Sur- Survival, because I friggin' died twice because I got knocked down by zombies.
I picked two in survival. I
What's,
also picked ancestral. No, I picked three in survival. I put durable equipment because I just wanted my clothes to last longer and my items.
mm-hmm,
And then I picked the fire one because I don't like having to have a flare matches or um, lighter to do
mm-hmm,
a fire. So I did that, and then I did the calorie content one, the hamburger.
mm-hmm.
I probably should have picked the sandwich too on calorie content, or even gone two into the calorie content one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I kind of yeah, that's a good one too. I mean, the food is actually not working properly right now, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing from Zombie that it was too easy, the food.
Did they fix it yet or no?
Not that I'm aware of, but I haven't,
Oh
looked.
yeah, it's too easy. I ran all the way to the from the south all
Yeah, yeah, he told me. Yeah, all the way to Severo.
Oh, he was here? I didn't realize that little
No,
bastard.
Johnny told
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. He just
Johnny will be
left.
back anytime. He just went out to breakfast.
All I could hear is yelling in the background really briefly and then zombie left.
Oh, in here?
Yeah. He,
Oh,
he was he left at like 7 o'clock and never came back
at night or in the morning?
at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think he would play last night.
I heard like someone getting pissed off and then that was it. He was gone.
Oh, like in his background.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was just beat tired. I had the longest day yesterday. There was some emergency at work. I don't even know what it was.
Oh.
Some teacher had to leave, and they needed me to cover her class like with no notice. And so I went from having to do a staff meeting to that, covering her, to my next class. And it's like I was basically teaching from 7 o'clock all the way to 4 o'clock without even a piss break. So it was a really
Same.
long day. My
Wow.
sir, it looks like my game
Surrogate.
is locked up. Oh, I know
Hmm.
why. I didn't download the patch.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to download. I don't know what the patch is supposed to be right now. If you can see what it is, that'd be great. I
It
saw it,
was
and then
DayZ Editor.
oh, what a fucking pain in the ass.
Wow, it's got me like just totally locked up.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to stream.
DayZ editor. Yeah, that looks like it wouldn't lag the server at all.
Hmm. 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 Well,
Yeah.
and the server's already at 35 when I logged in at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
was
there was
good.
a few sweethearts on last night.
Yeah, I know it was up near 60 at one point.
Yeah. Johnny
But
was on, the goons were on, Alex and
hmm
Ballsack.
yeah, I wanted to jump on, but I just felt like I was too tired and I wouldn't have, I just didn't want to deal with it last night. Well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna have to stop my stream